Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what your friends say about you when you're not around. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So we have 3 piles to choose from today. For pile number 1, we have this rose quartz crystal. And I've shuffled all your decks with the energy of your pile. So for pile number 1, we have the 6 of Cups from the Light Seers Tarot. And then for pile number 2, we have Leopard Jasper. With the 3 of Emotions, which is the 3 of Cups from the Muse Tarot. And then for pile number 3, we have Malachite. And we have the Fool card from the Tarot of the Divine. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be a pile for today. But of course, if your intuition is drawing you to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and the 6 of Cups from the Light Seers Tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what your friends say about you when you're not around. So interesting that we have the Lovers card right behind this. You know, I feel that these are friends you really love, whereas for some of you, you could have had, I don't think this is for everyone, but like maybe some of you, like you were friends in a certain friendship group, right? Because with 6 here, 6, this is giving me the vibe like it could be, yes, 6 people, or it could just be a group of people, not just one person we're talking about. So some of you could have like dated someone within that friendship group or something along those lines. That's not for everyone here. Take it as it resonates. But for most of you, I feel you were very close to these friends. You love these friends a lot, or you are very close to them. You love them a lot. For some of you, this could be past friends, or they could be friends that are in your life right now, but you have a lot of history with them. Maybe these are also friends from school, from college, from the past, because the 6 of Cups can sometimes represent the past, or it can just represent, like you've grown old. I don't want to say grown old. You've grown older with them, like they've seen you from maybe when you were a teenager to now, or they've seen you when you were in college to now, 10, 20, 30 years later. It's like, or these were just friends you have a lot of history with. I heard Stuck in the Mud, and if I remember correctly, that's a game kids used to play. So again, for some of you, this is something about like people you went to school with or something along those lines. I think they're talking about how loyal you are, and they're comparing who you used to be in the past to who you are now, how you've grown up, the person you've become, where you're still in touch with your heart space. They're talking about you being a very loving person, a very loyal person. And there's the sense of like comparing who you used to be in the past to who you now are in the present, and speaking about you in a way with love and with respect and admiring the person you have become today. Okay, so that's definitely what I'm getting there. So spirit guides on my pile number 1s. Keep your friends in mind while I shuffle. Spirit guides on my pile number 1s. Spirit guides on my pile number ones, may I please look into their friends' energies and what their friends say about them when they're not around. So we have the lovers. They could be talking about your history in dating as well. You know, these could be friends that are currently in your life that could also have been in your life a long time. They could be talking about your love life when you're not around, like talking about your history of dating, who you used to date in the past, what they were like, who you're dating now and what they're like. Or if you're currently single, something about your love life is coming through your dating life, like if you ever had situationships in the past, things like that. Something about that's coming through. But they could also just be talking about you in a loving way if you don't resonate with that, where they're saying nice things about you when you're not around, where they're saying loving things about you when you're not around, complimenting you. I mean, you even chose the rose quartz crystal, which is all about the heart chakra, love. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm hearing Tattooed Heart by Ariana Grande as I look at this tattoo here of her arrow. So that tells me, you know, that song kind of reminds me of, I think it's an old song of hers. I used to listen to it in high school. I don't know if it's her original song, but anyways, that tells me like your friends may say things about you like you're forever going to be in their heart, you know, even if these are friends from the past, you know, like maybe they still have love for you, even though you're no longer in their life. Just take it as it resonates. Spirit guides on pile one. Because, you know, like a tattoo lasts forever. What are their friends saying about them when they're not around? What are their friends saying about them when they're not around? Okay. Let's take a look at your cards. So we have the Nine of Pentacles at the back of the deck. It's funny that I hear a bird outside, and as soon as I showed you this, and there's a bird here. So, you know, bird symbolism could be significant to what they're saying about you. You know, birds are very free. I also saw an eagle when I started your reading. Birds are very free. They see things from a bird's eye perspective and view. Maybe you've gotten a lot wiser over time, and they're comparing how you used to be in the past to now, and how you've gotten a lot more wiser, a lot more free. I hope that makes sense. You know, you may want to search bird symbolism, spiritual meaning of birds. So the first card we have here is the Magician. Well, third card. Okay, we have the Hermit. We have the High Priestess. I feel clairsentiently because I have the gift of clairsentience, which is the gift of feeling into energies. And I feel a sensation in my right foot. And the feet always remind me of taking steps forward. Okay, so they're talking about the kind of steps you're taking forward and how you're following your heart, you're following your intuition, and how those steps you've taken even in the past, where they've led to you to, how they've helped you grow within your own life, how they've helped you create, you know, stability within your own life, how they've helped you create the things you want in your own life. So they're talking about that. And the Hermit here, I just noticed there's stairs going up with lights. So there's something about your friends. Oh my gosh, 10 of Pentacles just fell on my lap, so this could be significant. There's something about your friends talking about how you're someone that has evolved, ascended, gone within, found yourself. You seem very free right now. And you seem a lot more happier. This 10 of Pentacles card is very happy. You seem a lot more happy right now. You seem a lot more in love with life. You've created the stability for yourself. Do you see it in your own life compared to the past? Look at who you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. You're not the same person. So really look at that and, see what your friends are talking about, because I do see them complimenting you. Why can't I find my words? I do see them complimenting you when you're not around. So I noticed we have 6699. So 6 9 is Cancer energy when you mix them together. Um so what I take about that is, we have the moon here. Maybe some of you are Cancers or water signs or earth signs, Virgo specifically. Maybe even Gemini with the Lovers. But anyhow, maybe you are someone really connected to your heart space. Maybe you're someone really deep, very intuitive. I mean, we have the High Priestess and the Moon. Your friends could be, I literally feel your friends, mostly saying good things behind your back. We'll see what the other cards are. But I mostly feel everything's coming from a place of love, from good intentions. So far with what I see. And I see them complimenting you behind your back, praising you behind your back. And, saying, pile 1 is so intuitive. Like every time they followed their intuition, it's led them further to where they want to be. They've created more happiness in their life, more stability, more connectedness in their life with this. If you already have a family or are married or something like that, they could be talking about that, or they could have been talking about how you've grown in a way where you've become a lot more healthier emotionally. You've become this evolved version of yourself. You've gone within, you've looked within, you've gone on a journey of self-discovery, self-introspection, and you've learned a lot about yourself and love and relationships. So they're saying, they can see you being in a very healthy connection right now if you're not in one. And if you are in a healthy connection compared to where you were in the past, they could be talking about that and saying they're so proud of you. Maybe even something about your career, your home life, your family life. Something about that's coming through. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I'll put that there now. The 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe even speaking about your work, because we have the 3 of Pentacles. What am I getting here? Okay, I'm seeing different messages for different people here. So, Spirit is clairvoyantly showing me a kite and a diamond. Some of you are a lot more free, especially when it comes to your mindset. You no longer let your mind or fears or worries hold you back anymore from creating the life of your dreams, from taking steps towards where you want to be in your career, where you want to be in your finances, your goals, your endeavors, your relationships. You've truly grown in that sense. You've become a lot more free. And, you may have been put under pressure like the diamond, but you've turned into this beautiful diamond. Others of you have had dishonest people around you in the past. Okay, and now you are surrounding yourself with more loving people. You've learned from those situations. Those are the 2 scenarios I see there. So take it as it resonates. And I think you've learned to follow your intuition more than listen to negative thoughts. Because worries and fear is the opposite of what our intuition wants us to do. I know, sometimes our fear can be some part of us protecting us and etc., etc. And, I'm not a psychologist, of course. I don't know everything about fear, but it's I see the message here, your intuition will never make you scared. Will always... And I think I've seen that somewhere. I think I've seen people talk about that, where it's your intuition will lead you to calmness, to peacefully making decisions out of a place of comfort, knowing, trust, surrender in the divine. Whereas our fears and worries, send us in this thought loop. So if any of you have dealt with that in the past, they're comparing you now to say you're much more calm. You trust in yourself more. You trust in what your intuition is telling you more. You've learned about yourself more on a deeper emotional level. You've become more emotionally available. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. So these are beautiful things your friends are saying. We have the Star. We have Justice. We have Nine of Wands. Nine of Swords. Yes, so those that dealt with worries and fears a lot, they're comparing how calm you are now to who you were in the past. Okay, and even if you still deal with this, there's a big difference where you're overcoming these fears, these anxieties, these worries. So I think we have 3 nines here. 9 is about release. Yeah, 9, 9, 9. So you've released something. We have the Empress. You are also creating something new. Because the Empress birthed something into her reality, So there's something here about you following your heart, you believing in yourself more, trusting in God, the universe, the divine, whatever you believe in. Could even be talking about your spirituality, like if you are a spiritual person, or just how you've trusted in yourself more, believed in yourself more, trusted in the process more, and let it unfold naturally. And you're no longer holding on to like negative thoughts that may stop you. You found your own sense of truth in a way where it's like everyone may have different truths. One person may have one truth where they're like, I'm an extremely logical person and I want to do this in my life and this is important to me. Whereas another person may have a completely different truth in terms of who they are, and then they step into their true self. And Justice here also tells me you've not only stepped into your true self, your truth of who you are, created a different version, not different version of yourself, but more true version of yourself that you're showing to the world. You're also speaking your truth more in relationships in a very healthy way, but you've also found a lot more balance. Okay, and I think your friends are, saying that about you. They see you being a lot more passionate about life, a lot more carefree. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. The Ace of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Okay. Your friends talk about you and say that you're someone that, feels things on a much deeper than most, level than most, You're a sensitive and gentle soul in the most beautiful way. It's not an insult to be called sensitive. It's beautiful because it connects you to the divine feminine energies, regardless of your gender. The divine feminine energies relates to, deeply connecting to our emotions. When we deeply connect to our emotions, we deeply connect to ourselves. When we deeply connect to ourselves, we deeply connect to the universe, and also our emotions connect us to the universe, to the divine, to our intuition, to our heart. And you being such a person that feels things so deeply allows you to truly experience everything in life, whether it be the good, the bad. But, sometimes the bad moments help us really truly appreciate the good moments. And it's like your friends are talking about how much you've grown in a way where you've become a lot more emotionally balanced and grounded, where you are in tune with yourself, where It's like, I think your friends, for some of you, have held space for you. But for others of you, like, you are learning to hold space for yourself as well and get comfortable with that part of yourself, the emotional aspect of self. And I think with the Knight of Wands, you've become a lot more passionate, ambitious about life, even with the Page of Wands. You've also become a lot more open, and trusting when it comes to your relationships. More hopeful when it comes to your relationships. Your heart is very open, but it comes in this very healthy way where you're grounded within that, where you know your worth. You have self-love with the Empress. And your friends are noticing and saying that you are ambitious. You go after the things you want in life. And you've really built a lot of stability for yourself, created opportunities for yourself with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And then we have the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords. And you're no longer self-betraying to be liked by others, like, for example, I spoke about speaking our truth. If you were maybe someone in the past where you never spoke your truth because maybe you feared that that person would leave, that's just an example of the energy. It doesn't have to resonate, but that's an example of self-betrayal. You're no longer doing that. Or it could be, I have a great idea. I really want to put it out there, but I'm too scared to put it out there because I fear, like, what will people like my idea? Do you get what I mean? That's also self-betrayal. So in a way, you've stopped doing that. And as you've allowed yourself to really step into this true version of self and have this balance of self-love, but also love for others and the sense of self-worth where you know your ideas are good, where you believe in yourself more, trust in yourself more, you've learned, you've grown. That is making you very powerful, pile number 1, because now your ideas are so amazing. You have a visionary mindset. And that energy of creation is definitely coming through. We have the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So yeah, I guess to end off this reading, you've really moved forward in the best possible way. Again, you're very loyal, which they really appreciate. They talk about you being such a romantic person, and if you are in a healthy relationship or marriage or whatever connection, they could be really happy for you and talking about that, really happy for you where you are in your career, or they could be hoping that you do find someone soon that's just as romantic as you, if you're single. So this is where I'll leave your reading, pile 1. Such a beautiful, positive reading. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this Leopard, Jasper crystal and the 3 of Emotions with the 3 of Cups from the Muse Tarot, this reading is for you. We are going to be taking a look at what your friends are saying about you when you're not around. Okay, so I heard, remember to breathe. So that could be part of your reading or a message for you. I don't know. Okay, we'll just see what the rest of your cards are. But the 3 of Cups could relate to friendships, as we are talking about. So interesting synchronicity here as I, pre-shuffled the cards to get the energy of pile 2. I also smelled really nice hair. So your friends may talk about you smelling good or your hair smelling good. Something about that's coming through. Also, when I closed my eyes, I was seeing the Queen of Wands and King of Wands clairvoyantly. So your friends could talk about you in a way where, or see you as Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy, where you're very confident in yourself. You're a very passionate person. Queen of Wands energy specifically is what I saw, like, and then I saw King of Wands. So I think your friends, see you and talk about you to be very physically attractive because Queen of Wands energy is very magnetic. And if you relate to King of Wands energy, you could embody a lot of leadership energies, traits. They could talk about you to be very confident in yourself, to hold yourself with a high sense of self-worth, to be that type of person that is very joyful and positive and spreads positivity everywhere you go. And also very creative for some of you, or having a lot of creative ideas. Your friends could say, I'm also hearing fashionista, like, or that you have an amazing fashion style, fashion taste. Okay, that's all I'm getting. I'm also seeing someone here is tall and they like your height. That's not going to resonate with everyone, but they could like your height. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Where was it? Queen of Wands wanted to pop out. That's confirmation. Okay. Keep your friends in mind while I shuffle your cards. Spirit guides on my pile number 2s. Spirit guides on my pile number 2s. What their friends think of... Why am I saying what their friends think of them? Okay, let's just take these two. What their friends are saying about them when they're not around. Oh my gosh, so many cards. So at the back of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. We have the Knight of Inspiration, which is the Knight of Wands. We have the Page of Inspiration, which is the Page of Wands. Yeah, very independent, creative, expressive. That's how they, describe you. That's how they're talking about you. They're also saying you're a very colorful person with amazing ideas, with a lot of passions or talents, hobbies. Like you have this kind of spark to you. We have the Queen of Swords, Queen of Voices. We have the Five of Emotions, Five of Cups. We have the Two of Voices, Two of Swords. The Three of Voices, Three of Swords. The Fool. The World Cosmos, which is the World card. Interesting. The Knight of Emotions, which is the Knight of Cups. Then we'll look at the rest of the cards now. Okay, so as I close my eyes, I'm trying to get information on the World and the Fool. If this reading doesn't resonate, then, this is not your pile because I'm seeing very specific messages here for your pile, which may not resonate for everyone because, this is a general reading with many of you watching. I'm seeing scissors, so some of you have cut these friends off, or they feel as though you've cut them off. They feel as though you've distanced yourself from them. I saw a hot air balloon, so some of you actually traveled away from this group, this friendship group. Like maybe you traveled to a different city or country, and you started a new life because we have the World and the Fool. And I'm seeing pages being turned. So you're moving on with your life. You're moving forward. Spirit showed me the Chariot clairvoyantly. You are moving forward. Chariot is also another sign of travel for some of you. If travel doesn't resonate, it's okay. But maybe you've just leveled up in some way in your life where you're focusing on different things now. Your priorities are different than what they have been in the past. And I saw an image of someone watching with glasses. And I saw this in the beginning of the reading as well. but I didn't understand what it meant until now. Watching with glasses, and then I saw a Christmas tree. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas for all of you, but these friends have been watching you, this friendship group, because we see the Three of Cups. It could be 3 friends, could be 5 friends, because 5 has shown up twice. 3 has shown up twice. But if not, I just see a friendship group, of course, or 2 friends. And they feel as though you've distanced yourself from them, that your priorities are different now, that you don't hold them as priority as much as you used to. And for some of you, it's not intentional. Like maybe you've moved forward with your life. Maybe you're focusing a lot on your career. Maybe they're a little bit sad that you never spent Christmas with them. If you usually spend Christmas with them or the holidays with them, if you usually travel together, but this year you didn't, last year you didn't. Even if Christmas is not significant, you could just have different priorities now. Whereas some of you have cut these people off or distanced yourself from them. And what they are expressing to each other while you're not around is they want to be happy for you. They want to be happy for you moving forward in life. They want to be happy for you having some kind of new beginning in your life with the Fool card. So some kind of change has happened here in the way they're perceiving it. So maybe some of you have even gotten into new relationships and you're spending more time with them. Or maybe some of you, the dynamic has changed recently where you are now more focused on family if you have children rather than just your friendships. And maybe years ago, you used to hang out with your friends every day. The dynamics change over time as we grow older and we have different focuses on our life, different priorities. Maybe some of you have been working really hard in your career or you've actually moved. It can be different for all of you, but your friends feel as though, I'm going to be honest here, your friends feel as though you've neglected them, as though you've left them behind. They want to be happy for this new beginning you have here with the Fool, but also at the same time, they're speaking and they're sad, they're disappointed. We have the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Swords. So they feel as though you've left them behind, as though you no longer want to speak to them, as though you, they're maybe even scared, like, did they do something wrong? Did they upset you? Did they hurt you in some way, unintentionally? So I see them speaking to each other in this sense, or to other friends of theirs, just depending on if this was one friend or a group. It's different for all of you. Take it as it resonates. But it's like they're speaking in a way where they're not like angry. I don't see anger here, but I'll see the rest of the cards in a bit before I make assumptions. But it's like I see them being sad and being concerned. And with the Hierophant here, I clairvoyantly and intuitively feel, the Hierophant is about learning lessons. This could be a huge integral lesson for them. When dynamics do change in connections, it is hard. It is hard to adapt to those changes. So that's what I feel is happening here, because 5 is the number of change. So this change may not be easy for them because we have 5 here, 5 of Cups, which is about disappointment, 3 of Swords, heartbreak. So it's like, I see them going to their other friends. Like, this is the giant woman here, and I usually see it as our higher self and us going to our higher self for advice. But now, in this case, I see it as they're going to each other or other people for advice. Like, do you think pile number 2 is mad at me? Do you think that our friendship is over? Do you think that I'm just overreacting? Do you think I was a bad friend to them? It's giving me this vibe, like, where they don't have clarity. They're confused. And I want to say, maybe have a conversation with them if they're still in your life, if you haven't cut them off. Whereas if you've cut them off and they did something really wrong to you, then, you don't owe them any explanation. But I feel if, they're still in your life and this is still a strong friendship, but, your priorities have changed, then that's different. I feel a pain on the top of my head. I don't know why. So maybe this is pile 2, yes. Maybe you have gotten intuitive messages on this, but it hurts you, for some of you, to get messages like this. Because I'm feeling it on my crown chakra. Because I'm clairsentient, I feel into energies, and I also have clairvoyance, which is seeing. Okay, so with the Knight of Cups, what am I getting from the Knight of Cups? I'm closing my eyes and I'm seeing like happy memories, like where, let's say, you are all going out together and getting dressed up, or maybe some of you have a new friendship group and they're watching you on social media and seeing you do that with other friends. I don't know. Or, like hot dogs. We're eating hot dogs together, or like sitting by the pool drinking drinks. I don't know what you guys did, but like Spirit is showing me those as an example of, like things you used to do together. I know that's not what the Knight of Cups usually means, but it felt a little bit out of place here, so I asked what it meant for clarification. So it's like they still have their heart open to you with the Knight of Cups. Because the Knight of Cups is a person that wears their heart on their sleeve, has that type of energy. My voice went weird there when I said that, so I don't know if you heard it on camera, but it sounded like that to me. So they still have their heart open to you, but they don't want to say it to you. They don't want to reach out. It's like they're watching you from afar on social media, or they're hearing things about you through the grapevine, trying to figure out what's going on in your life right now, why you're not speaking to them as much, why you're not hanging out with them as much, or at all, just depending on who's watching. And if this story doesn't resonate, then this is not your pile. Then I'd suggest looking back at the pile selection and seeing which one you're drawn to, because this is a very specific scenario. So I feel the door is open to you, but they also don't want to, look desperate or like sound. They don't want to be the first to reach out. They want to see if you reach out to them. And I'm feeling a solar plexus wound here. So the solar plexus deals with our self-worth, the way we view ourselves, our ability to find happiness and joy, and our personal power. So what this is telling me is this is making them feel bad about themselves. Like, was I a good friend to pile 2? Was I not a good friend? What do they think of me? Like, are they purposefully ignoring us? It's giving me that vibe. But with the Knight of Wands here, we see these fireworks here, and it kind of reminds me of like New Year's and celebrations. So I don't know, like, if they were expecting to spend time with you recently, or like this December, and they never got to, or this could mean, they're trying to celebrate your wins, your new successes, what you've recently found in this new beginning stage of your life. But they're also sad. They also miss you. That's what they're talking about. Okay, we have the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Swords. We have the Five of Voices, the Five of Swords. Some of you dealt with a betrayal from your friends. If you did cut them off, this would be something you know about. Spirit is telling me, because we have the Awakening card. So this, if you did cut them off, this would be something you were already aware of. But if you aren't aware of anything like this, then this is not your message. Okay, so if you did cut them off, they are aware of maybe what they did, but how do I put this into words? I'm seeing a phone clairvoyantly. and like a group chat where they're talking to each other here. Or that could just represent talking to each other. And I see a friendship bracelet clairvoyantly. So what I take from this is maybe they expected you to stay in their life if you cut them off, even though there was a betrayal. Like, let's say they gossiped about you behind your back, or were jealous of you, were in competition with you, lied to you, whatever it was, they're aware of their actions. But it's also hard to admit that they were wrong. And it's a hard truth to accept that something has changed in your connection due to them. 555 is about change. 555, so change. Due to them, that it was their fault. And they kind of just expected you to stay around because that's what friendship bracelets represent. Even if you didn't have a specific friendship bracelet with this people or this person that we're calling your friends, my third eye just opened a lot. So that's an intuitive message. They thought that you would still stick with them. And maybe they're realizing with the awakening card what they have done wrong, but it's also like pride and like I feel them being ashamed of their actions and like what this has led to. It's a hard pill for them to swallow. Whereas for those of you that just cut them off where they knew they did something wrong, it's almost like they expected you to say something to them. With the King of Swords here, this is the King of Swords, the Muse of Voices, Queen of Swords. They expected you to say something to them. Whereas for those of you that don't resonate with this part at all, they're wondering, did they do something wrong? Did they do something to hurt you in some way where maybe you don't want to talk to them? And with the Awakening card, it's kind of giving this vibe like, and this card, like, I'm going back and forth. King of Swords is the mind energy. Like, thinking in my mind, like, did I do something wrong to hurt them accidentally? Did I say something that pushed their buttons the wrong way? Like, trying to figure out and, like, awaken, find information on what it is maybe they did wrong. That's the message I get. So we have the Nine of Cups. I'm hearing time goes by so slowly. What song was that? So it's like they're waiting for you to speak to them. They're waiting for you to come back into their lives or at least communicate with them. The Hang Muse. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this card was here. So it's like they're saying to each other, I wish Pile 2 would speak to us. I wish Pile 2 could go out with us. Like, I really miss Pile 2. I wish Pile 2's happy, but I also wish we could spend more time with them. Like, I miss Pile 2. Like, we've been waiting for Pile 2. We maybe thought they were going to reach out in December. Like, maybe they'd have more free time. Maybe you were focusing on your career because we have Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. And it's like, we thought maybe we'd go out for New Year's or something like that, or whatever, but it's like nothing. We're just waiting. So I see them talking like that. And especially if you've been focusing on gaining certain opportunities in your career, because the Ace of Pentacles is here, or, building stability for yourself, or you could have been focused on children or your home or something to do with you, because the Queen of Pentacles sometimes gives me motherly energy, nurturing energy. So if you've been focusing more so on your kids and your family and your home, they thought maybe in December, you'd have more free time. December keeps coming through. They thought by now maybe you would have seen them. So I guess your friends feel neglected. And this is what they're talking about to either your other friends or to their friends. So this is what I have for you, Pal 2. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pal number threes. If you chose this Malachite crystal and the full card from the Tarot of the Divine, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what your friends say about you when you're not around. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So what your friends are currently saying about you. There's some kind of new beginning you are in right now. This new energy you're in right now. You know, this full card in this specific tarot deck shows a depiction of the Little Mermaid when she's looking at the world of the human world she wants to enter. And, you know, in the movie, I think this is the part where she sings Part of Your World, if I'm not mistaken. So there's something about you on this precipice is the word I hear. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I hear it. To this new beginning, to this new era of you that is coming out. That is a lot more free, that is a lot more in tune with your heart and in tune with where you want to be. So maybe you're at the stage of your life right now where it's like a complete new beginning, a new era of you coming out, new decisions you want to make, new endeavors you want to start, new goals you have. Something about newness is coming through, a new beginning you're in. Maybe new love, something about newness, new career, new home. So they're talking about you being such a free spirit. Because I'm also hearing the song Chandelier by Sia. So, you know, she talks about singing from the chandelier and we have the full card here. So your friends think you're very free-spirited. Keep your friends in mind while I shuffle. Spirit Guides of Pile 3. Spirit Guides of Pile 3. What are their friends saying about them? So I did shuffle with the intention of this question before, but I just want to shuffle again. What are their friends saying about them when they're not around? Okay, I'm gonna get just those cards. Okay, at the back of the deck we have King of Cups. Okay, some cards came out like a little bit mysterious, whereas some didn't. Quite interesting. I just need to cover one of the cards. So one of these cards, we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. The Lovers. There could be a significant lover here. The High Priestess. Maybe you're in a new relationship, or you're wanting new love, or this is maybe a relationship you've been in for a while, or you're looking to date. Something about love, your romantic life is what they're talking about. Ace of Cups. Strength. Six of Wands. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. Okay, and then we have some extra cards which I'll take a look at in a moment. I'm just looking at them quickly. Okay, Spirit is telling me to also bring the Death card, these two cards out, because they're important. Nine of Swords and the Death card. Okay. So it seems pile number 3 that your friends are talking about you in a way where you have gone through this major level up. That's what I truly feel. Major level up. Major new beginning. New era of pile 3 loading. That's what I just heard from spirits. Your spirit guides are funny. Maybe this is a more light-hearted season of your life. Springtime is coming, metaphorically, of your life, okay? And if you are in a new romantic connection, or if you have been in one, for some time now, they could be talking about your love life in that sense, saying that this person looks like they're really treating you good. They look like they're giving you a lot of love. It looks like the relationship is extremely strong. Since you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles and they're showing up as the King of Pentacles, like the lover's energy, they're saying that you two are extremely similar and they love that for you. They're also talking about you having this newfound success in your career, whether it's happened yet or not. I'll get to that in a bit. If you're not in a romantic connection and you're dating or you're looking for a romantic connection, they may be talking about trying to set you up with a person. Like, pile number 3, I really want them to find love. Or they've really been looking for love. I think this person would be a good match for them. Or, like hoping that you find someone good for you. Something about your love life. If you've been going on dates recently, they could be talking about that and be like, I wonder how pile 3's date is going. Like, ooh, juicy. I see them talking like that. And I see them talking about you in a way where they see you as someone that has a lot of potential to create success within your life, because we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. So this indicates that you are an extremely hard worker, my pile 3. And, when you really want something, you have a lot of strength and determination and passion to get you there. But you also love what you do. Or at least this is your friend's perspective of you. Like, you know how to make whatever you do look fun. Look like it's not a job. Look like it's something effortless. Like, I'm seeing swan energy. When I think of a swan, I think of a pure soul because they're white. So your friends may say that you're pure at heart. I mean, you chose Malachite and we have the lovers here. They may talk about you being a very loving person, a very nurturing person with the Queen of Pentacles, very loyal because swans are monogamous. And they're hoping you have, either you have someone loyal or they're hoping you have someone loyal in the future, to match your energy, to match your vibe. Okay. And they're talking about you also being so talented and, doing things where it looks so effortless, where it looks so glamorous is the word I hear. Elegant. I think of elegance when I think of swans. So, you're very talented at many different things. And when it comes to your work, your school, college, whatever this is, they can see your potential for success, or you have already reached that success and they're so proud of you. If you're not yet there, they see your potential. They're like, pile 3, like with the way they're working so hard, they're going to be so successful. So I see your friends being extremely good friends. Like, that's what I'm going to say. I feel they really want the best for you. And I feel your friends care a lot about you, pile 3. And if you don't resonate with this reading up until now, then this is probably not your pile, because I do feel extremely loving friends. I don't think they talk shit about you at all. Like, I don't think that. Your friends talk about you in a way where they say you're very powerful but humble at the same time. You're very You have a lot of potential, a lot of talent, but you're very humble at the same time. You know, you're very in touch with your intuition, with the high priestess. You're very intuitive, but you're humble at the same time. I'm just getting a phone call, so you know, your friends could talk about you and want to phone you. Just give me a minute, pal 3. I'm back now. Okay, you probably, well, I'm gonna edit it out, but yeah, you know, we mentioned a call, so your friends could also talk about like conversations they've had with you. Not in the sense of like, let's say you have one friend and you talk with them and they're sharing your private information. I don't see that. More so like, let's say you have a group video call and they're like, remember what pile 3 said last week? That was so funny. Or, remember what they said here? Like, um, you know, I found more information on this, blah, blah, like that kind of energy too. Or they may talk about you on the phone to each other, just depending. Okay, and I see your friends being very genuine, you know, they care about you, they want the best for you. When I came and sat down here, after the phone call, I smelled roses. So weird. Lately, when I've been doing my piles, in one pile I keep smelling roses. Maybe well, roses represent romance and love. So they could talk about you in a way and say you're a very romantic person. And if you're single, you know, they hope that you find someone just as romantic as you, that, you know, buys you flowers, that gives you, that's kind to you, that is nurturing towards you as well, that, you know, supports you, wants the best for you, that is genuine, that loves you. Or if you have that right now, they could say, you know, pile 3 and their person looks so romantic together, they look so cute together, things like that. So they're talking about your love life a lot. But they could also say things like, if you ever have roses in the home or plants in your home or a beautiful garden or a beautiful home, because Queen of Pentacles usually sometimes represents someone with like a beautiful home. And not just like an expensive home. Sometimes, you know, Queen of Pentacles can have that energy, but I think of Queen of Pentacles as that nurturer, as that person that cares so deeply, that person that's humble, girl next door, boy next door type of vibe, and, you know, cares for everyone around them, wants to be extremely independent and create success and, you know, stability for themselves and their family or those around them. And I think of Queen of Pentacles energy as a very clean, neat, tidy person, or someone that's extremely organized. Not all these traits have to resonate, but like that's what I feel from the card, like intuitively. And someone that has like a beautiful home, someone that takes care of their physical health, their physical foundation, because they're aware that, you know, if they get enough sleep, if they, you know, exercise, if they drink enough water, eat fruits, vegetables, their body will thank them and they'll be able to succeed even more, focus on the things they want to succeed in even more. So it's like they could be talking about you in that sense if you resonate with any of those things. And with the Death card, Nine of Swords, you are having this big transformation, letting go of worries and fears and stepping into your passion, stepping into your purpose, stepping into your power. Why did I just hear passion, purpose, power? Is that a real thing? Like, has someone said passion, purpose, power like 3 Ps? Because I don't know, like, if I've heard that somewhere or if I just heard that now in the reading and someone has actually said that. Like a quote, a big person, not a big person, but like a powerful person has said that quote. I don't know. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Hermit. Yeah, you've been getting that bag, getting that shmoney. I don't know, like your friend's energy comes through is very funny and playful. Or your spirit guides are very funny and playful. So, yeah, okay, we have the Emperor. We have the Ace of Wands. And you've let go of a lot of worries and fears and anything that was holding you back in the past. It's like you've completely changed in the best possible way, my pile threes. That's what we were speaking about in the beginning, and you've become a lot more emotionally balanced. We have the Three of Wands. You're moving forward from the past, from disappointments, from things that have hurt you. The Hermit tells me you've gone on a journey of introspection, maybe even went a little bit more private because, they're wearing a cloak, the Four of Cups. Maybe you worked on yourself a little bit or spent a lot more time alone trying to find yourself, trying to find freedom, figure out why you were feeling unsatisfied before, why you were feeling a dissatisfaction for where you were at. And that has really done you good, like that introspection. I even see someone journaling or someone going to therapy, working on their mental health. Your friends could be talking about that. The Ace of Wands tells me your friends are noticing you seem a lot more passionate, a lot more happy, a lot more. There's like this new spark to you. What is that reel I'm hearing? Let me try listen to spirit. Something like I feel like myself again. I felt like I wasn't myself back then. Like, I don't know. We have the Five of Pentacles that fell on the floor when I picked up your tarot deck. So yeah, maybe you've also been spending a lot more time with your family, with your friends that have been in your life for a long time, or maybe you went from really struggling financially to doing very well. There's some type of change you've been through here where there was once a lack and now there's a fulfillment. And that's what they're talking about. And you're much more steady, grounded, stable. That's what they're talking about. You've moved up the ladder to success or to your potential or to the version of yourself that they're so proud of right now. This is where I'll leave your reading, Pal 3. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!